Halo. Spanning 16 years, 7 main title games, 4 spin-offs, and countless other types of media, including books, movies, anime. The original Xbox's killer app and a favorite game among so many people, including myself. I've said it before, guys, Halo is my favorite game ever and probably my favorite gaming series, and I am a huge Halo fan. So I thought it'd be fun if I counted down my top 10 favorite levels out of all of the Halo games. So here it is, guys, and I should warn you beforehand, there will be spoilers, so let's get into the list. Top 10 favorite Halo levels. Reclaimer from Halo 4. Man, I forgot how gorgeous Halo 4 was. It's hard to believe that this actually came out on the 360. Yeah, near the end of the 360's life, but geez, this looks amazing. So yeah, this mission tasks you with escorting a mammoth, a huge vehicle that new to the series in this game, while aiming its mounted mecha gun to take out Covenant vehicles. Even though it's from Microsoft's 343 Industries and not Bungie, it feels very classic Halo. You go from taking out small groups of enemies to destroying shield generators to literally fighting an uphill battle with a sniper rifle. Then you get into an ancient structure, stuff happens, and you're back outside in a tank blowing up everything in sight. I have to say, I played through Halo 4 twice, and none of the levels are memorable at all to me. Except for this one, so that's why it's on the list, and low on the list. The Covenant from Halo 3. The last level I mentioned, Reclaimer in Halo 4, reminds me of this level a lot. The beats are similar, but this one did it way better. Right off the bat, Urgency is the name of the game. Kind of like the Silent Cartographer, you storm a beach filled with the Covenant, and they have anti-air tanks aimed at UNSC forces trying to land on that same beach. You take them out with the Spartan laser you've been given. And oh, that's fun. This level gives you almost every vehicle to play with. You can hop on the back of a mongoose and have a good old time fighting away into the island to power down a pylon. Not too far away, the Arbiter and his elites are doing the same, but Sergeant Johnson hasn't gotten to his yet. So after you do that, you hop on a Hornet and fly to his location. Johnson's nowhere to be found, but once you power down his pylon, the Floods show up. They chase you out, then you get a tank. You make your way to where the Prophet has the Sergeant, but now there are 2 Scarab tanks in your way.
I count 2 Scarabs. Repeat, 2 Scarabs.
The best way to deal with them, in my opinion, is in the Hornet. You can take them out really fast and get into the structure to stop the Prophet with the Flood on your side. So you stop the Prophet from activating the rings, which is a good thing, by the way, but now you're surrounded because the Flood turns on you. So you run to a shaft for escape. This level exemplifies Halo's kitchen sink approach to combat. Giant maps and lots of guns and vehicles to play around with. I freaking love this level. Metropolis, Halo 2.
Oh, I know what the ladies like.
Right away, this level starts you off with a tank. I'm kind of seeing a pattern here. And the first few minutes is just destruction for the sake of destruction. Covenant ghosts are just barreling towards you, and you're picking them off one by one. It is immediately so much fun. But then the difficulty ramps up. Suddenly, phantom dropships are on your tail. And I want to make a note here. It's at this point where the badass guitar rock music kicks into high gear. And it is just pure adrenaline. When I was playing this when I was 14, oh my god, I ate this stuff up.
Heck got him. Sniper down. Let's go.
Then you're off on foot shooting up cubbies in tunnels, and on a warthog shooting them down with a Gauss cannon. Your goal here is to take down a scarab. And this is cool because this is the first time in the series we ever saw one. As badass as we felt in the Scorpion tank, the scarab takes the takeout like nothing. But being the clever devils we are, the scarab goes under a bridge that we happen to be on. So we hop on it with our rocket launcher and pew pew pew, wreck shop. And we take the beast down. It is thrilling non-stop from beginning to end. New Mombasa Police Department headquarters, Halo 3 ODST.
Yeah, we're good.
I love ODST.
Hey, rookie.
Bungie was able to tell a smaller story focusing on human characters and not the personality-less Master Chief. During the game, you switch between playing different characters in this small outfit. In this level, you're playing as the sniper Romeo, voiced by Nolan North, actually. You and Captain Reynolds, I mean Sergeant Buck, are trying to regroup with the rest of your team, but their Pelican gets shot down into an adjacent skyscraper, so you must snipe and fight your way through a gauntlet of Covenant to get to your teammates. For most of it, the action is tight and claustrophobic, but it finishes with the last stand on a rooftop with enemy aircraft surrounding you. A fantastic finish to a pitch-perfect level. I also want to say that ODST has my favorite gun in the entire series, the silenced SMG with scope. I don't know what it is, there's something so satisfying to me about shooting it. Halo 3. The last level in Bungie's Powerhouse trilogy. I actually wanted to put this higher on this list, but there are just other levels I liked more. Still, this one is amazing. The music starts forlornly, telling you have a grim undertaking ahead of you. All the stops are pulled as you are surrounded by the flood. The Gravemind knows you're going to activate the ring and eliminate the flood once and for all and destroy the ring. You fight your way up to the control room. On your way you can get a flamethrower, just don't die like I did the first time. You, Sergeant Johnson, and the Arbiter are set to fire the ring, but 343 Guilty Spark kills Johnson and tries to stop you. After a pretty weak boss fight, if you could even call it that. The clock starts ticking until the ring explodes with you on it. So you haul ass in a Warthog while the whole place is exploding around you. You take a leap of faith into your ship, then you, Cortana, and the Arbiter make it to safety. Or do you? This really is a spectacular level and a very fitting end to the story Bungie wanted to tell. And I know they did Reach right after this, but this closes what they considered Master Chief's story with Cortana, with still a hint of a cliffhanger at the end. That is why it is absolutely on this list. Oni Sword Base, Halo Reach. Bungie's last Halo game, a swan song and a love letter to its fans. It's beautiful but tinged with tragedy because if you know anything about Halo, you already know how the story ends. A prequel to Combat Evolved, it tells the story of the last Spartans defending the colony planet Reach, where the Spartans were created. I could have picked a few levels from this game. I know a lot of people love Long Night of Solace, the one where you get to pilot a spaceship, and it's great, but no other level in the game is paced as well as Oni Sword Base. First, here's what I had to go through to play this level. My Xbox One wouldn't read my Reach disc, even though the game is backwards compatible, so I had to dig out my 360. When I fired up the game, I realized I didn't have a save file. Luckily, it's only the second level in the game, and I ended up playing through the whole game again anyway. But onto the level. It starts fast, making you clear out a courtyard of Covenant, and it's a tough fight. But you're rewarded with a targeter to use on 2 enemy tanks. You only have 2 shots though, but if you aim right, you can get both of them in one shot, and you get an achievement for it. Then you get a choice between 2 objectives. After I got the first one, I stole a Revenant. It's kind of like a Covenant mini-take, and oh boy is it fun. You hit the second objective, and then you're back on your feet fighting uphill again to reach your allies. They're trapped in the Oni building. On the bottom floor, a pair of hunters intercepts you, and it's another tough fight. Bungie effortlessly takes you through foot skirmishes, then onto open vehicle battles, then back again to tight quartered encounters like the old pros they are at this point, all without feeling like a slog. The level finishes with you shooting down banshees with a rocket launcher. This level is a great ride from start to finish. The Arbiter and the Oracle, Halo 2. I know I'm kind of cheating here, but these 2 short levels are back-to-back in the game. Right after the Covenant attack Earth and you as Master Chief plant a bomb on a Covenant cruiser, you're shown this long cutscene of an elite held trial for failing to stop the destruction of the first Halo ring. I thought it was awesome because part of what I loved about the first Halo was how there was always a bigger story behind your actions. Instead of being executed, the elite is given the title and the ancient armor of the Arbiter, tasked with the suicide mission of stopping a heretical branch of the Covenant.
What would you have your Arbiter do?
And then you get to play as the Arbiter. It blew my 14-year-old mind. This was awesome. You fight the rebellious Covenant in a Forerunner structure on a planet next to the first Halo, with elites and grunts fighting by your side. You go from corridors to banshee dogfights. It's awesome.
Come out.
In this structure, you not only meet the leader of the heretics, but also the Flood. For most of the Oracle level, it kinda sucks, only because the Flood sucks, but from a narrative standpoint, these levels are significant. Turns out the Oracle that they're talking about is 343 Guilty Spark, and that the Covenant's beliefs may not be as well intentioned as they let on. There's a pretty epic sequence where you have to cut the cables on a platform and the whole structure comes falling down. And then we get the first boss fight of the entire series. In all, these are tough levels but impactful to the story and especially to the 14-year-old me that was playing through this for the first time in 2004. The Silent Cartographer, Halo Combat Evolved. Now we're reaching the first game, my favorite in the series. This was honestly my original choice for number 1, and it's still fantastic, but I'll explain more when I get to number 1 why this is lower. But like any good Halo level, you hit the ground running. Again, you're storming a beach filled with cubbies. You take them out and take a warthog, searching the island for the Silent Cartographer, a map that'll show you where the control room is. It is so much freaking fun picking off grunts with your totally OP pistol. And then you meet hunters at 4 different times in this level, but luckily, you know the trick of shooting them in the back at the perfect time with the pistol. There are lots of baddies, but also lots of ammo, so go to town. I always try to keep the rocket launcher on me because after you find the map room, before you exit the facility, this guy is waiting for you. But he doesn't know what's coming. Of all the levels out of all the games, I played this one the most. Some of my best gaming memories were spending hours with my best friend co-oping this level. I love it. I forgot to mention how badass this guitar riff is. I'll just let it play. The Arc, Halo 3. Let me talk again about pacing. You start small, sniping dudes from safe vantage points, then, like a classic symphony, the action swells to a crescendo of destruction. As you make your way through the desert of the Arc, the structure that creates Halo rings, you clear the way for UNSC forces to land and deliver you tanks. You destroy bigger and bigger vehicles until a scarab stands in your way. Only a slight inconvenience. Then, the action slows down as you fight through corridors to get to another map. After you get the information you came for, your evac is guarded by jetpack brutes and one big guy with a gravity hammer. A quick grenade takes care of him, and the jetpack bros want revenge. All around good fun. This level, and my number one pick, show off what Bungie is really good at when it comes to Halo. Giving you a giant sandbox and lots of toys to play with, all while motivating you forward. And for my number one... What? What's that? I'm missing one? No, I'm not. Oh, Halo 5. Well, really quick, let me show you my favorite level from Halo 5. Number 1. Assault on the Control Room. Halo Combat Evolved. This level. This is the level that everyone thinks of when they think of Halo. I mean, by now, everything this level did we've talked about on this list already, but this was the first. Tight, fast-paced corridor fights through massive alien structures, to rocket launcher volleys, and epic tank battles in enormous sandboxes. This is the first Halo level that lets you drive a tank. There's even a weird stealth section, if you want to play that way. Considering how this game came out 16 years ago, I still think this game holds up and stands the test of time. The controls are tight. Well, maybe not the tank controls. The variety of guns is fun and the action never stops. At the last stretch of the level, after you've been pelted by these stupid banshees, if you're fast enough, you can grab your own and stick it to them. When you finally make it to the control room, there's an ambush waiting for you. I hope you kept that rocket launcher. It was incredibly hard trying to pick a number 1 out of so many good memories. But after all of it, I would have to say that Assault on the Control Room is my number 1 favorite Halo level. So, thank you for watching my video, guys. There are so many hours of enjoyment from all of these games. If you think I forgot something, let me know in the comments. It was really hard for me to even pare down 10 of my favorites, and there could have been so many more I wanted to mention. But here it is, guys. Give this video a like, subscribe for more top 10s. If you guys want to see more top 10s, let me know. If you want to follow me on Facebook, find facebook.com/geek@a-place. If you want to talk to me directly, follow me on Twitter @RavelDomLopez. I'm Ravel. I didn't even say that at the intro. This is a Geek at a Place. Thanks for watching. Catch you all next time.